Okie dokie, here we go again. We're talking about now. We're going to switch gears a little bit and talk about the safety of essential oils and aromatherapy and how all this works, because a lot of times I think I get more questions about safety and using it for children and animals and things like that more than I do just about anything. So we want to talk about the safety a little bit. There are certain oils that are photosensitive, which means that you don't need to go outside with them on. So like it's okay under your clothes, but like if you put lemon on your face and then you went and laid out in the sun, I mean, girls, you remember when you're in high school and you put the lemon juice on your hair to make it blonder. That's the word, blonder, blonde, whatever. I mean, I did that all the time. So you'd have lighter hair. It's the same thing. It's going to make your skin splotchy, and it may make it sensitive, and it may burn your skin a little bit if you go out in the sun with that on. So it's the same thing as like if you were doing it to your hair. So you want to be really careful of things like that, like citrus fresh, lemon, those kind of things. When you're using on your skin, always make sure for spots of redness. Like sometimes, like cinnamon is kind of spicy. I call it spicy. It's not really like it'll make your like it makes my skin itchy. But like I put it on Riley right after we started doing this. She had these little molluscum wart things like all over her neck, like they were everywhere. And I had used it on Jake. Well, he was a little bit older, and I would just dot them with the cinnamon, and they started falling off. And they were like almost like little bumps, like just a little small, but they were like everywhere. And so I thought, well, instead of just dabbing it on, it's going to be better if I pour it on. So like I just took cinnamon and I just rubbed it all over her little neck. Well, she's like 3. Well, God love her. I mean, she starts screaming. Her neck is as red as it can be because it's so spicy on the skin, and she's a little more sensitive to pain than anybody else. And so I'm like, what do I do? And so I grab milk and I'm like pouring milk on her and had her in the bathtub trying. But you mix water with it. Water's going to make it worse. So don't put water. Use now milk. I always go to milk. Milk works really, really well. I don't really know why, but milk works great. Or you can use like olive oil. Use something that you can dilute it with, like olive oil or grapeseed oil, coconut oil, something like that. It'll take the heat out and it will pull it back up to the surface of the skin a little bit, and it won't be quite so bad. It takes it a minute, but it'll calm down. But you're not going to hurt yourself. I promise. Like if you could do something wrong, I've probably done it wrong, and nobody's died. So, I mean, I am pretty sure that I've done everything crazy that could be done, like crazy. There are um, there are safety precautions you can take though. I mean, if you have something like cinnamon or thieves, oregano is one that's kind of spicy. I mean, you can almost smell it and tell if it's going to be spicy. Go ahead and dilute it with some olive oil or something like that. That will help to keep it from soaking into your skin quite so fast. The olive oil has a bigger molecular um, substance to it, so it's not near the molecules are not near as small, because the essential oils, the molecules are very small. That's how it penetrates into the skin. That's how it gets down into the cells, because the molecules are so small. So it penetrates and gets in fast. And with the olive oil or grapeseed oil, coconut oil, those are larger, like the viscosity that we were talking about. The molecules are larger, so they don't get into the skin as fast. So when you mix those two together and you mix the essential oil along with the olive oil, then it doesn't soak into your skin quite as quickly. That allows your body to bring it in slowly, and then it doesn't itch or hurt or whatever. Like for me, it itches. It don't really turn red. It just itches. It makes my skin itch. But like on the kids, a lot of times it'll turn them red if it's a little bit stronger. So, find your medium. If it turns red, you're not hurting yourself. If it turns red, or you don't use the olive oil or whatever, you're not hurting yourself at all. Like it's perfectly fine, especially using Young Living. Josh drank Panaway one day, and Panaway is not one that you ingest. It's not made for ingestion. but he drank it. Like, he bottoms up. Like, I had opened up took the orifice out to be able to fix something. I needed a good bit of it for whatever reason. I can't remember why I was putting it on. That part, like, left me because then he's like drinking the bottle. And so I realized, oh my goodness, I don't need to do that. Like, I don't need to leave it laying around. But I called and the poison control, and I'm like freaking out, because I'm thinking this poor child, like, he's like screaming because, I mean, it's hot on his throat at this point because it's Panaway. I mean, it's spicier thing. It's got peppermint and stuff in it. And, but when I called, they were like, it's no big, they were like, what kind is it? And I told them what it was, and it was Young Living, and they're like, it's fine, it's no big deal, there's nothing wrong, it's not going to hurt him at all. So he did have diarrhea after that. It all came out, and he was perfectly fine. But that is the side effect, like, there was not anything physically wrong with him after that. So he was perfectly good. So that really made me feel better because that is one of the scary points, and that's what people worry about. And there again, I only know about Young Living because that's the only oil that I use is Young Living. You can't go buy anything off of the shelf at Walmart and ingest it at all. Like lavender for Young Living, you can ingest lavender. Lavender is great for burns. If you get a burn on your skin, stick some lavender on it and it will help it. Do not put lavender from the grocery store on it at all because you will burn your skin more because it's got lavandin in it. Lavandin burns your skin. It's like a total byproduct of something. Like, it's camphor. Like, don't even go there. So you have to use real thoughtful measures when it comes to your oils. Think about what you're putting on your body, what you're putting in your body and on your kids. When you're using Young Living, there are certain oils that have like little white labels. They're called vitality oils. Those you can cook with, you can ingest. Those are fine. They're grass, generally regarded as safe oils. You can put them inside your body. Thieves is one of those that you can actually put in your body because all it is herbs in the blend of thieves. It's amazing. Like, ingest it all you want to. And it's warm. I mean, like, you're just, put it in a capsule, or I put it in a capsule. Now, some people will put it in their water and drink it that way. I don't really care to do that myself, but it does feel good. Like on a sore throat, it does feel really good to put some hot tea with a little bit of thieves in it. It really does feel good because it does make your throat feel better. But think about what you're doing. Think about what you're using, and just be thoughtful. Think about like your animals. Like, I've never had any problem whatsoever with any of my oils around my animals. But then, like, not a year or so ago, they were talking about how bad oils were around your cats, and cats and dogs were dying and all of this stuff because of the oils. There again, you're buying something off the shelf at Walmart, putting it in a diffuser and diffusing around your babies and your animals. Yes, it's going to hurt them because it is chemicals. It's still a smaller molecule going into their bodies really fast. Animals, their bodies absorb things much quicker than a person. Like, it only takes 20 seconds for oils to get into our system, into our cells. In an animal, it's even quicker than that. It's like almost instant. It is in their body. So their body metabolizes much faster than a person does. Be thoughtful about what you're doing. Dilute everything that you're going to put on them. Leave a door open if you're going to diffuse in your room. Either make sure that they're not closed up in the room with you and that they can leave. Like, sometimes mine will lay right by the diffuser and they like the smell of it. Sometimes it's not a smell they like and they run and they go into a different room. Allow them to have that ability to do that. Think about what you're doing. Just don't use stuff off the shelf. I mean, that's just, I'm constantly like, I've had people say, well, I think I'm just going to go buy this at Walmart for right now and then I'll order that later. Or, because I need it now. No, just don't. Don't go buy it off the shelf at Walmart. We can order it and get it quick. It's okay. Or I can share something with you to help you get to that point till yours comes in or whatever. I can make you up something. I have plenty to make up something that we can figure out whatever you need for the moment until yours can get here. Don't go buy something off of Walmart or Target shelves anywhere, because you're not doing yourself a favor. I promise you, you're hurting your family and you're hurting you more by doing that. So be thoughtful. Think about where you're getting these things. Think about what you're putting on your body and in your body, and keep it safe. Keep your body safe. So, next, we're going to be talking about looking at ingredients that's on our products, on things that we're using inside of our home, and the dangers that are on our labels.